to my recording. I was recording, but I'm literally sitting in my bathroom. And when I woke up out my sleep, I couldn't see out my left eye. Every time I put my hand over my eye, I would see a white swirling light. And I can barely see out my right eye, but I can see out my right eye. And at this point, my body was not to go into panic. It's not to go into shock. It's to sit there and know that my vision's gonna come back and let me just figure it out. So I sat up on the side of the bed and I continued to blink my eye and blink my eye. Now when I sleep on my stomach and I put my pillow and my arm out and I lay my hand on my arm. I've been sleeping like this for many years since I was young. This is what I'm used to when I sleep, and I don't know how to sleep that way. Sleep a different way. But I think the pressure that was on my eye caused me to lose like blood circulation around my eye. But I wasn't able to see. And I'm just blinking and blinking. And I didn't want to go into a panic. But my vision wasn't coming back, so I got up and I was making my way to my daughter, but I'm blinking and blinking and blinking, and as I started blinking and blinking and blinking, I could feel on my face where you could feel that it was pressure starting to relieve itself. And as I blinked, I'm able to see a little bit more, and it's not coming in fully, but a little bit more. By the time I make it over there, I could see 80%. So I stood there and blinked and blinked and blinked till my vision was back 100%. So I didn't disturb my daughter. I didn't wake her up. But it's the scariest thing to wake up like that. It's terrifying. It is terrifying to wake up and you can't see. Normally, I have problems with my right eye because that's the side that I lay on predominantly. So that's what I'm thinking is me laying on my arm because it's normally my right side. But I never just lost vision like that completely. I like blurry and can't really see, but it comes to. But never like that. When I touch my eyes, these white swirling lights. But I have lost sight twice before for like up to 5 minutes, and it was in both my eyes at the same time, and I just laid there. I didn't call nobody. My family was in the front room. I was in the bedroom, and I just laid there, and I just closed my eyes, and I kept blinking, opening my eyes, see if I regained a little bit of vision. I just want to say to any and everybody, like, what got me right here and led up to a diagnosis of MS was stress. I was under so much stress years before I was diagnosed. My panic attacks started years before I was diagnosed with MS. And even when I was diagnosed with MS, I never spoke on the panic attacks. I never spoke on them. I just didn't address it. And I finally spoke on the panic attacks many years after being diagnosed. I'm saying this to say, don't allow somebody to stress you. Don't give nobody that power to stress you out. I remember every 2 weeks, my son leaving for his visits, I would be underneath so much stress, I would shake like a leaf. Because I allowed somebody power. And when you talk about my children, it's very sensitive in that area. And people don't understand. I protect mine with all mine. So, because I don't deal with stress well, if I cannot talk to people, they cannot be part of my tribe. If I have an issue or if I feel like the energy is off, I'll pick up the phone and reach out to a person. Hey, you know, and it might not be right at that initial moment because I want to get out my emotions and out my feelings and reevaluate everything and make sure I'm coming in a positive state and with good energy. And the same thing, everybody know around me that they can come and address me with the same thing because I say it over and over and over again. But I don't let stuff slide. I don't let stuff slide for too long. I have to address it. I have to address it because that stress of worrying does something to the body. Don't let somebody stress you because, see, I let somebody stress me out, y'all, and they living their life. They living their life. And I'm left fighting to put mine back together. I'm left fighting to put mine back together. And that's all I'm doing right now is fighting to put my life back together. It'll be 7 years that I've been diagnosed with something I'm trying to undo. I'm going to undo this diagnosis. I'm going to undo it. But 7 years later, and I'm grateful that I got the puzzle pieces to do it, y'all. I am. But I want to tell somebody, don't stress. Don't stress. Don't stress. Don't stress. You ask yourself, is this going to matter in 10 to 20 years? I'm not afraid to walk away. I'd rather walk away knowing that I'm not hurting you and I'm not hurting me. That's why I cannot fake shit. Excuse my language, I cannot fake things. I cannot fake things. I know how to be cordial. I can be cordial, but I cannot fake things because that energy is going to come through big. And I feel it like a piercing sun. I feel when a vibe is switched up. I feel it like I could walk in a room and feel the energy around me. I could walk past a person and feel their energy, like on an all-time level. So I can't do that. I can't. My body has been through enough. It's been through enough stress. And this is day 7 I woke up to. And I'm seeing clearly out my eyes. Now, my eyes not perfect because I've always had issue with my eyes ever since I was a little girl. I wore glasses. And I wore thick Coca bottle glasses. Like, baby, they was thick as ever, okay? Like, hit the table and they not going to break. I actually used to look at the Coca-Cola bottles and be like, oh, my glass is thicker than that. But God, because I could see, though, you know. But they were thick. And after being diagnosed, my eyes have gotten worse. So now I'm about to be hunting down things to strengthen the eyes, regardless if it's juicing or if it's smoothies. But it's a combination that can strengthen the eyes. I just believe that with all my heart. Some herbs or something that can strengthen the eyes. I'm just convinced. Like, literally, I've been in depression for over 2 months or so. Off and on, but 2 weeks just deep in it, drowning. So I had a depression room where I just couldn't get up and do nothing at that moment. I wanted to because I know it needed to be done, but I looked at it and looked at it and looked at it. And after 3 days of eating right, after just 3 days of eating right, I was able to do exactly what I needed to do in that room to clear it up, to make way. And I ain't talking about the space, baby. I'm talking about the room. The room. But I just been looking at it and just been sitting and been drowning. And that's why, guess what? When the problems come, I don't stress about it. Ain't no need to stress about it. It's out of my control. So much stuff has taken place. So much stuff is taking place. So much stuff is happening that I should be underwater. I'm not going to do it to myself. So I need to find a different way to sleep, y'all. I'm going to go to the eye doctor. I'm going to make an appointment today and go to the eye doctor. And even when I lost sight for those 5 minutes before I went to the doctor, and they didn't see anything wrong. You know? Yeah, it show every time I go, my eyes got worse than the last time. But, like, something just really significant, no, they didn't see that. So, this is just, I'm going to throw this on the voiceover because I'm literally just sitting in the dark talking. And normally when I wake up like this, I already know what it is. If y'all wake up between them weird hours of 2 to 3, and I ain't trying to go all there with you, but when you wake up between them hours, 2 to 3, maybe 2 to 4, and I even saw a guy say 2 to 5. So, yeah, or 3 to 5, 3 to 5 or something like that. I say 2 to 3 to 5 because I used to do it around 2 to 3. But when you wake up during those hours, literally, you just better start talking. You just better start talking. You better start confessing your heart. You better start laying everything you need to lay on the table, because it's the ears are open. Like, the way for communication is open. You just have to make way and communicate. I'm telling you, it's open. Those are the hours, the wee hours of the night, baby. You don't get up for nothing. Your sleep not broke for nothing. Trust and believe you me, okay? I've lived through it. I experienced it. Those are the hours that you better communicate and lay everything you need to lay down. Those are the hours. And promise you, you can go back to sleep and wake back up and it's like you ain't never been interrupted. Your sleep ain't never been bothered. But I'm about to go ahead and just end this video and yeah. Yeah. Thank you for listening, whoever listened to this. Remember, don't stress yourself. It's not worth it.